Hi, I'm AliceMarie Slaven Emond. I'm a family nurse practitioner and I'm running for House District 54. That sends me to Denver if you consider a vote for me. I wanted to visit with you just a little bit about District 54. 54 runs from West Delta County all the way up now through Mesa, from Whitewater through Gateway all the way up to Fruita, Mac, and Loma. It goes around the periphery of Grand Junction over to Clifton, Cameo, Palisade, and DeBeck, and then it goes up the hill. It goes up the Mesa to Colburn, Mesa, and Plateau. It's a big district, and there's a lot of good people in it. I'm really concerned right now about preserving our environment, our beautiful Colorado, and I'm a native. And Colorado, we just have to keep the beautiful part that is here. We have to make sure that our waters are not polluted and they're not sold away from us, which is one of the things we're seeing happening. A lot of prospecting in the real estate from out-of-towners who are buying it up for the water rights, not necessarily our land.
I know you have a background in healthcare, so how do you see your role at the state level to make that affordable for your district?
Well, one of the things we have to remember is that we have more than a quarter of all of both counties are on Medicaid, and Medicaid, and education are the two biggest expenditures in the state of Colorado. And I have that background to understand the healthcare part of it after 37 years of being a nurse. And the other part of that is I do teach pharmacology at the technical college. And so I understand the importance of technical education, and I'm very pro technical education. We are going to need to educate our people in all of our trades industries, because our tradespeople are getting older, and we have to work in cooperation with. And I'm really concerned about technical education. We have tradespeople who are aging out of the occupations. We need to replace them, and we need to have cooperative opportunities with the unions, private and public education, so that we can replace these people. The same thing if we want to talk about nursing, is if we have to keep, in our technical school that I teach in, we teach the LPNs. And if our assisted living and our nursing homes are to continue, we have to continue to replace the LPNs that are now retiring out. And we could not keep any of those facilities open without our LPNs.
What's your background in agriculture?
Well, first of all, I'm married to a veterinarian, and he's a large animal vet, and he does small work too, but he's now retired. And after 48 years of service to the agricultural industry, I have some understandings about the ag futures. And I am very concerned that the embargo did hurt a lot of our beef sales out of our state and out of our nation, and we've got to make sure that we get that back up. We have to understand that we've got to keep water for agricultural purposes, and the purity of that water will mean the purity of our food chain. And so again, those are the things we have to look at, and I'm quite excited. Agriculture is a big part of House District 54, and I certainly have lived in the service industry of House 54. Of the service industry of providing veterinary services with my husband. And one of the other things we talked about is agriculture. Not only are our futures down, but when we got the embargo, we lost the abilities to sell our products outside of the state of Colorado and outside of our nation. And those really have hurt our farmers and ranchers. We also have new crops coming up that we need to take a good look at. The hemp industry, to me, is very, very important, that we need to consider what we're going to help them do with the waste that it comes from the leaves and the stems and the stalks of hemp. And so that's another part where I'd like to see us have an opportunity, along with really getting serious about recycling.
Good.